Objection!
Certainly in this case, you wouldn't remember only some of this and then block out just one part that you seem to be lying about and changing all the time. Like, that is all true.
Yep.
Now, this is a second time that it's sort of going down a path we already know the answer to. At least in this case, though, we've really only thought this or, like, talked it over with Susato. We haven't really, like, this one hasn't come up aloud, nor is there evidence about it. So I don't mind. This one isn't quite like the other one, but...
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like, well, who would it stand? And you
Right.
know who it stands to benefit.
It's Scythe. That'd be funny if I was like, it's Asmund.
Yes.
He protecting Asmund.
He was really trying to protect him by killing him. It really went poorly. And the game calls it obvious, but that's because he's been on this track for a while, fumbling about trying to prove it, whereas everybody else is in the dark here.
Hi, Siri Berry. Oh, there she goes.
On the floor again.
I'll give her ear rubs. Don't mind
Okay.
me. I'm just going to be leaning.
Sure.
Leaning over. It's not like I need my hand for other controls or something.
Not really in this game, no.
Objection!
That is sort of what we're trying to get at, yes.
Objection! Objection!
Yeah, that is going to be problematic.
Yeah, there's a lot of implications.
If that's true, that's going to raise some even bigger issues.
Didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen this in a while.
A whole raft of other discourtesies. We are sailing down a river of discourtesy.
Pretty soon it's going to be a whole goddamn ocean.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair question. We have no damn clue. I shattered my first glass, but let's get a second one
You
going.
need that fresh one. And this is one of those spots where, you know, Phoenix dabbles in this at times, even Apollo a bit, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like flying by the seat of my pants here. This is 10 years ago. I can't investigate the scene. I don't really have evidence beyond what we've been given. Our witness accounts are being delivered by the people who are accused. So,
Right.
you know, I'm doing my best.
Mm-hmm. Revenge. Because the newspaper. Because we haven't talked about it still.
It is finally time.
Ugh, Jesus.
It's because it's meant to be like this dramatic reveal,
Right, which is really...
which makes sense from the plot's perspective, but because the information is presented so early...
I mean, and
like,
the signature's so damn obvious.
no, and like it has to be. It can't be tiny. Like you can't make it only this.
Kazu.
He leans back.
That's
It
actually
can't be
really
so
funny.
tiny that you need like the magnifying glass to see it, because they don't make you do that at any other point.
Right.
You can look at things closer, but you should never be like, oh, I need to use this, and oh,
Right.
the game
Ooh, I
hasn't
didn't
prepared
notice
you to
this
do
before.
that.
Right.
So like, I don't know what they were supposed to have done to be clear. It's not like, oh my god, it's so bad, but there's a couple other points where you're like, I can see. No, and every now and then in these games that happens where like, no, I know what the thing is, and you can't do it then. You can do
Yup.
it now though.
Mm-hmm. No one's seen, even though his giant signature. Oh, we're gonna have to present two pieces of evidence? Well, okay, I know what one of them is. That's easy.
Yeah. Let me clap them cheeks.
Clap damn cheeks. I mean, I assume the evidence that establishes a motive, I'm gonna assume is... Whoa, okay. I'm gonna assume it's this newspaper because it, you know, the guy, you know, put his information out there and it ruined his reputation and blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna assume it's this.
Well, there's one other thing that it could do, and you can go ahead and present it, but what was Van Zeek's just asking about?
Hold on.
It's way up there, but it might still be on there.
Wait. Like who shot him?
Yeah.
Could it have been Drebber? Wait, no. So, shot the prisoner, you mean? Oh. Asman? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. I
What
hadn't
if they've
considered.
worked together in the past? What if this wasn't just based on Drebber's description, but Asman was at the scene as well? That seems like something worth killing over. Forget like, yeah, like it ruined your science career, sure.
Right.
Is that worth revenge?
Well, right. It's a bit
Maybe.
extreme.
But what if instead there's even more going on than just that?
Huh. That's compelling. Okay, I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what the second piece of evidence, what they're going for here.
This one was a little bit trickier. I got to it. I don't know if it, by the means that it was laid out.
Which one? Cross-examined with the newspaper.
Establishes a motive for the deed. This is, to me, I came at this from the opposite approach. Drebber is hell-bent that the contract represents an alibi for himself.
Right.
Because he wouldn't get any money.
Yes.
I mean, you can look at this to see. Like, it mentions in specifics here. So, Asman Drebber, into contract to build the machine. Why does it break?
Because Drebber blows it up.
It can only uphold this right on the condition that both contracting parties are alive. Well, that works out really good for Drebber as an alibi. If instead of this being like think of it from the reverse perspective, it works for him because, well, yeah, why would I do it? I wouldn't get any money.
Right.
But if he knows the contract exists, it also presents him a perfect way to mask the killing by pointing at this when that wasn't the true motive.
When yeah. So
Like,
this.
oh yeah, I wouldn't kill him. I wouldn't get any money. It's like, well, you would if you cared about something more than the money you get from this one particular grant.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because, I mean, there's nothing else in here that would explain it. You know, wait, we never presented this on any level, did we? Well, yes, we did.
We did because we showed the
We showed
cage
that it
could
falling.
fall
That's
through.
right. Don't mind me.
I won't.
I will never mind anything you say ever.
I cannot and will not. Yeah, see, he's been bringing this up multiple times, and it got to the point where I was like, okay, like
Yeah, it's too suspicious.
You are too adamant about this fact.
Mm-hmm. Really? No one read it because we're stupid.
Reading evidence is for nerds!
I don't know how you missed it, Monzeeks. You're normally, like, on this shit, so, okay. I'm disappointed in you, son.
Since we fumbled around for this, everything's been falling into place pretty well, though. You know, like we
Yeah.
started off being like, well, this could be the case, and then,
Take that!
yep,
There we go.
it's finally time.
It's finally here.
This is the other way to do it, of course. This is the one I didn't see, so this is why I didn't bring it up at the time. But the signatures are in two places.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the contract on that second page as well. So the way to
Yes.
connect the two is by bringing those two pieces of evidence.
Yeah.
And after I did it, I was like, I see what they were going for. I did it kind of the back road,
Ah.
which is viable, but the truth is it's much simpler than that. It's, look, that's a signature, that's the signature.
Yep. And unlike me, this guy has a consistent signature that won't be totally different when next he signs his name.
You'd be surprised. Now, these are almost identical, if not actually identical, because they just copied and pasted.
Yeah.
But signature analysts can kind of find some familiarities even in like really messy signatures.
Oh, that's cool.
There are certain stems of certain letters that you probably do the same way even when you're rushing.
Mm. That's really cool, actually. Because mine looks, in my mind, it looks different every time I do it. But there probably is some commonality that I haven't really thought of before. But this guy, he's very consistent. Good lord!
Because in my head, I was like, okay, I see why you were doing this, and okay, yeah, make sure that they're exactly the same. But I'm like, okay, but how many people are going to be Asman? And at the very least, even if you're not convinced they're 100% the same because the signatures wouldn't match or something, or if you only had one signature, like if you only had the newspaper signature, you didn't have the one from the contract, you'd be like, okay, this guy's name is Asman.
Right.
Even if we can't prove with certainty that it's the same person, it's probably worth looking into, right? Like,
Objection!
Yeah,
that's a pretty
good.
big, convenient thing.
Mhm.
Tell me why. Got there.
Ah.
The most pivotal moment as we watched him kind of go "Whoa," and melt like downward.
Mhm. He did melt. It was beautiful.
I
Then
thought
I
you would
didn't have to
enjoy
look
that.
at him.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It was good.
But now you're looking at a flashback of him, so he's still here for you.
We still gotta read his red in robot voice. Come on, give us some more red.
Hmm.
Come on, Drebber, you coward. He wore many hats.
Enough. Good gracious. Because he always yells it usually, so this one with the 3 dots at the end in my head is good gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Objection!
Oh my god, are we gonna present the trophy? Is it time for this dumbass, dinky little trophy? Oh my god.
I'm demanding evidence. I'm the judge now.
Take that!
Now, obviously, we have this specific evidence, as you have well and truly pointed out. But, like, Trevor's abilities are already somewhat known. Like, the scientist guy talks about him earlier. You know, him and the magician both talked to, like, his familiarity with both.
Yeah.
But we get to break this specific thing with evidence, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm. There it is again.
Mm-hmm. If he had just thrown that out.
Yep.
But he kept it for nostalgia. I mean, it's a really good honor, don't get me wrong, but...
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Sad robot.
That doesn't look like folding.
Nope. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
Not the one we thought was going to fold,
No.
but he seems concerned, and we know why he would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, Zeeks knows the full weight of what this means. The judge gives us a reaction.
Uh-huh.
Is admitting this is tantamount to what we said before, which is undermining the entire criminal justice system.
Uh-huh.
Whoopsie.
Whoops-a-doodle.
There's that certain thing where it throws to a flashback that's making the speaker freak out.
Yeah, okay. It just keeps crackling, and
That's
I'm
the
like,
third time now, but it's that specific timing, that specific, like, screen wipe sound.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're all gonna die anyways. Sooner or later.